Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, angelic astrologer and spiritual consultant with angelmessenger.net, and I'm here with a new Soul Reflections video. It's been a little while since I've done one. I wanted to check in with everyone and see how everyone is doing amongst all these changing energies and the evolution and growth that's happening both within us as souls as well as on the planet. We had a whole month of October full of eclipse energies, Mercury retrograde, and we're still trying to come down from, wade through, and make sense of some of these powerful energies. And of course we have more things that are coming up astrologically, universally speaking. As we move into December, we have the 5th Pluto-Uranus square, which are these two heavy-duty, powerful, and spectacular planets that are part of the evolution and growth of humanity and of the Earth. So let's kind of rein in and pull back, talk about the present moment for a moment. It's November 19th right now, and as I said, I think it was the 1st of October when I first got back from Brazil doing workshops and consultations there that I did the last Soul Reflections video. So it's been almost a month and a half. And again, I wanted to check in and project some love and light and healing to all of you, because we are still going through a lot, and because time is speeding up, so to speak, even though time is an illusion, but because of the universal and planetary energies, we're all going through some tremendous changes and redirections and growth on our path. So again, the present moment, just a few days ago, on November 16th, we had the planet Neptune move back into direct motion. Now the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Neptune is a planet that deals with the spiritual realm. And sometimes it deals with energies that are not very grounded. It deals with illusion and confusion sometimes, which is that key word that I want to bring up, is confusion. A lot of you out there are feeling really confused right now as far as what direction to go in, what to do next, what's the next step on your path. And I feel like some of that is because of Neptune stationing and going direct. Now, Neptune is a very slow-moving planet. It's going to take some time before it kind of picks up speed as it's moving forward again. And when a planet stations, either to turn retrograde or to turn direct, it sort of heightens the energy of that planet. And with Neptune ruling confusing energies, I feel like a lot of us on the planet are feeling a bit confused, are feeling a little ungrounded or unsure or uncertain as to, again, what direction to take, what steps to take next, where our lives are going. And so this is one thing that I wanted to point out, that you're not alone. A lot of us are experiencing this energy. Now, another thing that I hear from people, and that I'm feeling a little myself, is this energy. I don't know if to call it stagnation, or feel like we're not moving forward, or that we're just kind of suspended a little bit. Now, there are different planets that are stationing right now. Now again, I just mentioned Neptune as being one of those planets that's just recently turned to direct motion, but we have Jupiter slowing down to turn retrograde on December 8th. We also have Uranus slowing down to turn direct on December 21st. So these two planets, because they're slowing down, and because Neptune, again, is also kind of slowed down, we have these planets that rule the collective energy. Neptune is a planet that rules the collective energy. Uranus is a planet that rules the collective energy. Because they're the slower moving planets. They are the ones that kind of set the backdrop for the big, huge changes on the planet. And Jupiter is slower moving than, say, Mercury or Mars or Venus. It's not quite as slow moving as Neptune and Uranus, but even so, Jupiter being a little bit of a slower moving planet, when these planets kind of slow down, it feels like life slows down. It feels like the circumstances and situations in your life slow down. It feels like we're a little bit stuck or stagnant or suspended in animation, so to speak. So I feel like this is probably part of what's going on. And I was talking, to the angels and guides. I was meditating and asking them for information on what to say in this Soul Reflections video, what information to kind of impart to you that we are going to be experiencing from now until the end of this year, until the end of December 2014. I wanted to give you all some sort of clue, so to speak, as to what to expect. And I also have to bring in numerologically what's happening here, because that's playing in with the astrological energies, and it really combines well to tell a story of the energy that we can expect to experience. Now we're already, like I said, halfway through November, but November, from a numerological perspective, is a 9 vibration, and 9, the number 9, is the last of the single digits. And so it's about an ending. We come to the number 9, 1, 2, 3, all the way up till 9, and then we get into a double digit, so we have to go back to the number 1 again, to the beginning. So right now in November, we're kind of in this time period of surrender, releasing, letting go of old energies. And I know I talk about this a lot, but it's because of the Pluto-Uranus squares that have been going on for so long, along with the other astrological transits that have been happening lately, that is bringing up a lot of energetic releasing and letting go of the old ways and letting go of old aspects of ourselves. And that's because we're in this tremendous time period and a period of evolution and growth for ourselves, our soul, for humanity, and for the planet itself. And so again, November, we're in this time period of closing doors, an end of a cycle. That's really a good way to look at it. It's kind of an end of a cycle. And as we move into December, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in the Angelic Astrology article that I'll be writing for December, and you can find that posted on Angel Messenger after the 1st of December. But December, numerologically speaking, we move into a 1 universal month, which is now a new beginning. However, the numerological 1 for December is really, when we add it up, 19, okay? And how do I get that? Because we take what the universal year is, and I'm sorry to give you a little bit of a numerology lesson here, but the year 2014 that we're in, if we add 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, it gives us a 7. So we're all in this 7 universal year vibration. And we add that universal year vibration to the month in question. So, for instance, I was just talking about November. If we add 11, which November is the 11th month, we add the 11 plus the 7 vibration, we get an 18. But in numerology, we want to reduce it down to a single digit to analyze it and tell you what that means. And so we take that 18, we add the 1 and the 8, and we get a 9. And that's where I said we're in a 9 universal month. If we take December, which is the 12th month, we take the 12 and we add it to the 7, the universal year energy that we're in, we get a 19. So again, using the numerology that I spoke of, we would take the 1 plus the 9 of that 19 and come up with a 10, and then we would add the 1 and the 0 to come up with that 1. But the thing that's different about December, or the 19, is that 19 is a karmic vibration. It's a karmic energy. It's one of the 4 karmic numbers that we talk about in numerology. And the reason why I'm going so in-depth on this, and that I feel it's important, is because the 19 being a karmic number for December, it involves a 1 and a 9, a beginning and an ending. So how to analyze that, or what that tells me, is that December, even though in some ways there's a new beginning energy, there is a rebirth that is happening on a lot of different levels, that we're still, with that 9 part of the 19, we're still dealing with releasing and letting go. We're still dealing with some of the endings. And so to kind of put that all together into something that makes sense, is that November and December, the rest of this year of 2014, is kind of winding up some energies. It's winding up an end of a cycle, especially because as we move into 2015, we'll move into a new universal year energy, which is going to be a lot more external. This year of 2014 has been very internal. It's been very dealing with things within ourselves. We've pulled back our energies to understand ourselves spiritually. We've been looking for, searching for that connection. And now we're in the last 2 months of this year of 2014 in finding our spiritual connection, finding our spiritual truth, understanding ourselves. And with November being a 9 universal month and December being a 1 universal month but made up of that karmic number 19, we're hugely dealing with the closing out of old energies, the closing out of an old cycle of energy as we're gearing up and getting ready to move into that year of 2015, which again, like I said, it's going to be a lot more external. It's going to be a lot more of a masculine energy rather than a feminine energy. This feminine energy we've been in this year, very internal, very withdrawing, very receptive, dealing with intuition, dealing with inner promptings, if you will, inner healing. I feel like we're going to be taking all that inner healing that we've been doing over this past year, and as we move into 2015, we'll be able to put it out into the world, but we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, so that'll be talking about, as we move into 2015, I'm sure I'll be making another video or, writing something about that. But I just kind of wanted to give you an idea what November and December, the rest of this year, is going to be about. Now, it's also felt a little bit heavy this month. Of course, we're in Scorpio energy. Now, the sun always goes through Scorpio, the latter half of October through the first part of November. But we've also had Venus in Scorpio, but it's very recently moved into Sagittarius. We still have Mercury in Scorpio, and that will move into Sagittarius around the 28th of November, towards the end of this month. But the big thing is that we have Saturn in Scorpio, and that's what has been making it feel a little bit more heavy, a little bit more serious. Now, Saturn in Scorpio, we can't ever look at an energy, a sign, a planet as negative. They all have things to teach us. They all have their place, okay? I personally love Scorpio energy because I have a couple planets in the signs of Scorpio. Even though I'm a Libra, my Libra sun is in the 8th house, which is Scorpio's house. So I really like Scorpio energy because it's all about transformation. It's all about digging down deep and understanding the depth of who you are and understanding your truth. With Saturn having been in Scorpio for so long here, it's kind of forcing us in a way to find our truth, to find our deepest selves. And because Scorpio is also about power, it's about finding our power within ourselves. And so all of the Scorpio energy that we've had going on, it's about going deep within us, understanding some of the shadow sides of us, which again is just something that we have to bring to light, something that we have to understand, that we have to integrate within ourselves. We all have the shadow aspects to us, whether it be whatever fears that you hold or anxieties that you hold or the doubts that you experience. These are the shadow sides, and we all have that. And Saturn going through Scorpio has been forcing us again, maybe that's a little strong of a word, but forcing us to look at some of those aspects within ourselves. And again, to dig down deep, to understand ourselves on a deep level, and to own our truth, speak our truth, live our truth, and to really understand the lessons that Saturn's been trying to teach us in regards to, again, our power. So now Saturn, and the reason why I bring this up too, is Saturn is going to be moving out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius very soon here. I'm trying to see my notes here. It moves into Sagittarius somewhere around the middle of December 23rd. Okay. Now it will retrograde back into Scorpio for a short time between June and September of 2015, kind of revisiting any last lessons that we need to learn with Saturn and Scorpio. But when Saturn moves into Sagittarius on December 23rd, and then, through the next few months it will be in the early degrees of Sagittarius, I think things are going to shift. We're going to feel a little bit lighter of an energy. Now, Saturn's going to be dealing with lessons of Sagittarius qualities then, but it's not going to be so heavy. It's not going to be so deep necessarily. Okay, so things are going to lighten up here very soon. We also have a new moon in Sagittarius at 0 degrees Sagittarius coming up on November 22nd. So again, some of this heavier energy that we've been feeling over the last couple of weeks, I feel like it's really going to lighten up. After the 22nd, the new moon in Sagittarius, like I said, Mercury moves into Sagittarius November 28th. Venus is already in Sagittarius. So things are going to feel lighter and lighter here soon, although we're still going to have some completions that need to take place. Okay, the number 9 is about completion, and again, November is a 9 vibration, December is a 19 karmic vibration, so you still have that 1 and the 9. So we're still winding up old energies as we're getting ready to birth a new energy, birth a new way, rebirth our lives, or recreate our lives and ourselves. Okay. Now, December 15th is when we have the next Pluto-Uranus square, and that happens at 12 degrees of Aries and Capricorn. And so again, with that square building up throughout the rest of November and through the middle of December before it becomes exact, we're going to see big transformation and redirection in people's lives as other planets aspect that, especially the moon. As the moon moves so quickly through the signs, the moon's going to set that Pluto-Uranus square off a few times. And also as the other planets may connect with your own personal chart, and where Pluto and Uranus fall in your own personal chart, it's going to signify what areas of your life is being transformed or being redirected. Okay. So I also decided to pull a card for November, December, again getting some additional information for you as far as what the rest of this year can hold, or what to focus on, what to expect. And I did use the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards by Stuart Pearce. And the card that was chosen was Archangel Haniel and Integrity. See if you can see that there. And this was perfect to me because you can see that this is the scales being balanced. This is karmic energies and karmic lessons within you being balanced, but it's also a rebalancing of universal energies. Okay, again, I feel like that Saturn going through Scorpio is really kind of rebalancing the power and control energies on the planet, as well as, again, empowerment issues within yourself. And the bottom here, if you can see, the word is integrity, okay? And Saturn in Scorpio is about operating out of integrity, out of your sense of integrity. That's what finding your truth is all about. Going within and finding your deep spiritual truth and connecting to your deep spiritual essence is about you operating from a place of integrity, okay? Owning your power and operating through integrity. So that was a perfect card to pull in relation to these last few weeks of 2014. So Jupiter here, slowing down is expanding our perceptions. Okay, our perceptions are expanding in different ways towards our sense of creative self-expression, our creative selves. And again, Saturn shifting from Scorpio into Sagittarius in December. While it's still in Scorpio here, it's giving us that time to root through and understand and integrate any last lessons dealing with empowering ourselves into the truth of who we really are and what we're really here for. So take this time and allow that understanding, allow that integration within yourself to take place, to understand and own your sense of power, and to come into a place where your life is operating out of a place of integrity. So thank you so much for listening. It's been such a pleasure to connect with you in this more personal way. And I want to, because it's kind of the spirit of Thanksgiving here in the United States, I want to take this opportunity to extend my gratitude and my thanks to each and every one of you, whether you're in the United States or somewhere else in the world. It's because of you that I'm here and doing what I'm doing what I love, through your support and your comments and your liking and sharing of my videos. You've made this a reality, and you've allowed me to help even more people. So I thank you all so very much for that. And I also want to extend the opportunity to help you in a more personal way as well. So if you would like me to take a look at your own personal chart, do a personalized reading for you, share some information about what's coming up specifically for you according to your chart, then please visit my page on angelmessenger.net and look at the services that are offered. There's different readings and healings that are offered that I offer through Angel Messenger, and I would love to be able to connect with each and every one of you and help you in a more individual and personal way on your path. So sending you all much, much love and light and many, many angel blessings. Happy Thanksgiving, and until next time, love and light.